Hi everyone, I'm T.
And we're the kids. And Josh is over there doing the loo.
Dumping it.
Hey everyone, I'm Josh.
I'm T.
And we're the kids.
And the dogs are in the back too. And today we are heading up to Delicate Beach. We have decided to take the road less travelled. What's the point of doing these trips if you're just going to take the freeway the whole way up? So we stopped in at Q, and as you would have seen in the opening, I had to do some disposal of some business. And when you've got two kids, they do a lot of business. And
Yeah, blame the kids.
yeah, that's right. It's all the kids. All the kids' fault.
It's yours ones too.
And then we've just sort of meandered across to the coast and followed up the coast. We're now sitting on one of the Settlement Point Port Macquarie ferry. So we're just going to hop over to the other side. We've got to find a spot that we can top up with some water, just because we haven't had an opportunity to do that yet, just to make sure that we're fully stocked before we get to Delicate Beach. And I think we should be heading across on the ferry shortly.
Are we moving already?
Oh,
feel like
actually, no, we are moving.
Are we already moving?
Yeah, we're actually on our way across at the moment. We didn't even notice that. So the ferry is a dragline ferry, so I can see that there is a steel cable on the side. That is...
Because I was thinking, how are we getting over? How does this not sink? But I suppose container ships do it all the time, right?
That's it. That's it.
There's my blonde moment for the day.
The weather does look like it's going to be a bit blowery and blustery, but you know what? You can't pick the weather, so we'll just make the most out of it.
We'll need to be very careful.
Why?
It's Delicate Beach.
Yeah.
But
Very funny. Hardy har har har. We'll check in soon.
Yeah.
Just a tip, ladies, if you're planning on going between Port Macquarie and Crescent Head on the back road, it pays to have a really, really supported bra, because this is rough as guts.
Yeah, my boobs are bouncing everywhere.
I was trying to be subtle, actually. Oh, she dirty.
She's nice and dirty.
Oh.
Once we got all set up, we went for a walk through the boardwalk to go have a look at the beach. We did get a small gap in the weather and we were able to go out onto the beach and have a look on the day that we arrived. Once we emerged at the end of the boardwalk, we were greeted with a really incredible view. Despite the weather, the beach was still really, really nice. The tide was quite high when we first got here, and there is quite a lot more beach at low tide, but given that we'd just come out to have a look, we figured that we'd have a look around while the weather allowed us. It was pretty windy though, and T obviously took a chance to get some picturesque shots with the wind. You may as well make the most of the conditions that you've got at the time, but fairly shortly after we got onto the beach, it did start raining, and then, tomorrow was a bit of a washout. This is all it's done. We've had slight patches where we haven't had rain. This is our first full day here, and it looks like we're not really going to have much relief from this low rain until at least after lunch. So right now it's activities inside the van and waiting out the weather. Not much you can do, unfortunately. You can choose where you want to go on the holiday, but you cannot choose the weather, so we'll just have to make the most of it. Right now we're going to head into Port Mac and check out some of the sites in Port Macquarie, and then we might even take the road less travelled along the four-wheel drive route back up to Delicate Beach. We'll just see where we end up. Well, we're just on our way back across to Port Mac. We've decided to come through the Hibbard ferry, so we'll try and take you with us on this trip. Good night.
Oh,
hey, settle.
and there's the
Don't
dog.
let me come in there, dog.
Thank you.
Oh, dog. Dear, oh dear.
It's promising. All good.
All right.
Thank
We've just pulled up at the lighthouse at Port Mac, and although there has been a little bit of drizzle around, we are going to go for a walk and have a look up top.
and get blown away. Because, it's beautiful and windy.
Very windy.
It's beautifully windy.
Beautifully windy. Yes, I like that.
So T and I split off as T and the kids wanted to go have a look out at the ocean, and I couldn't help but notice these beautiful old innkeepers' cottage foundations, ruins that have been really nicely preserved. There's little information plaques on what each room originally was. Once you go for a walk up towards the lighthouse, there's quite a few really nice vantage points, and make sure you do take some time to really take in the beauty of this place. The lighthouse itself, I am led to believe, is still in operation, and it has been beautifully preserved. It originally started as a kerosene wick burner lamp, was converted to mains electricity, and then more recently a big LED beacon, and the rotating beacon was removed. We wrapped up at the lighthouse here. It's pretty cool, although it's very, very windy today. We had come up here expecting to see, or hoping to see, some seals, but I don't think that's happening today. But we did get to see some dolphins, which was pretty cool.
Hopefully I got some photos of them, even if it's just a bit of fun.
So we're going to keep exploring. Unfortunately, the top end of the beach here is not dog friendly, and it is absolutely howling wind. So we're going to head back inland and see if we can find some refuge from the wind and the coast, and we might duck back out to the beach a little later today. Hopefully the weather finds up. It is slowly finding up. It was raining on the way down, and it has eased off. There's still a little bit of spray around, and we have confirmation. We've got dolphins on camera, and I'll flash some of those up. So that was pretty cool. All right, well we'll see where we end up next. I think the kids want to go hit up a playground.
Please don't forget to
Like, subscribe, and share this video
click the bell.
so you don't miss out on any other uploads.
So we're in Port Macquarie, chilling with the first PM.
Edmund Barton.
Who is he?
Edmund Barton.
Edmund Barton, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, we've just pulled up at Mrs. York's Gardens for somewhere to sit down and have lunch. We grabbed some fish and chips down by the shore, and the kids are going a different direction to the way. Oh no, actually.
You can go there. There's a set of stairs, you see.
Oh yeah, we'll go this way. The kids will go that way.
Yeah. See ya.
So we needed somewhere undercover just because there was a little shower came in just after we got fish and chips for lunch. So we're just having a quick look through these gardens now. There is a little boardwalk through here that goes down to a park that is by the shoreline. So these are pretty nice little gardens. I'll have a look online and I'll see if I can find a story behind the gardens. They're obviously named after some kind of figure in the area.
Sorry.
And they are quite nice. So this is just a nice little change of pace. When you get down the bottom of the boardwalk, you'll pop out down here near the beach, and there's a little playground for the kids, some loos, some shelters, just a nice little refuge, and a skate park for those of you who have teenage daughters like we do. They might want to come here. If you do come down to the I think it's called the breakwater here, the whole way along this walking path that goes down to the rock wall, there are all of these plaques commemorating shipwrecked ships, and they go the whole way down to the breakwater. It's worth stopping and having a read and just taking a moment to think about just how many ships have come to grief down here. We've just been looking closer at some of these rocks, and it's fairly evident that people use these for all sorts of purposes. I saw one that had years and dates of people who have been holidaying in the area since 1993, and they've obviously come back to repaint the rock every year and put the years on that they've been here. And there's also a lot of memorial plaques. Now, I mean, we don't know exactly the stories behind them. They don't go into any detail, but I'm guessing that quite a lot of people have their ashes scattered here and plaques attached to the rocks. But this is really, really cool. This is one of those you really have to see it to experience it. And when you get down the end here, this is a lookout point. Now, I'm not going to climb the rocks because we've got the dogs with us. But have a look at this. Well, we've crossed the ferry and we've pulled up at North Shore Beach. We've aired down, and you know what that means? It's beach time.
Yeah.
Let's go beach driving. Running short on time, we had to get off the beach back to camp and start getting packed up as we were headed to our next destination the next morning.
So that wraps up our stay at the Delicate Beach Campground in the Goolawah Nature Reserve. Yeah, you got it. That is a mouthful. we are on our way to Red Rock now. And of course, the day we leave, the sun decides it wants to come out. But that's Murphy's Law, right? Murphy's Law?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. It's always the way. So yesterday we did manage to get into Port Macquarie. We took the other ferry in this time, a little bit different. And we had a look around Port Macquarie. There's some really lovely spots there as well. Especially along the wharf. They've got the beautiful painted rocks. There's a lot of murals, a lot of family rocks. People go to
Tribute their families.
That's it. I'm half asleep. I think I need more coffee. Anyway, yeah, so we were lucky enough to get a lovely afternoon yesterday. The rain did happen to give us some kind of a chance to go back onto Delicate Beach without getting blown away. And I was able to get a beautiful sunset. And as I said about the sunrises, the coast delivers. You can always guarantee a beautiful sunrise and a sunset.
And I got the opportunity to do some more beach driving when we came back from Port Mac. We decided that rather than take the inland road or the crappy four-wheel drive track, which the locals have said is really not good.
It's not.
We were able to drop down onto the beach and drive the 10Ks along the beach and then pick up Point Paloma Road and head back to Delicate Beach Campground. So if you're in the area and you're heading to or from Port Mac and you don't mind going for a burn on the beach, highly recommend that route, though. Do check the tides. We did it 3.5 hours after high tide, and in places it was still pretty narrow. So yeah, just be aware of that. If it's high tide, you will not get through. There's not enough beach to do it. If it's high tide or if you're approaching high tide, you could very easily get stuck. And looking at the tide tracks, we were the first people to do it end to end since the previous high tide. So anyway, we're going to wrap this one up here. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure that you've liked, subscribed, share the videos, turn notifications on if you've got the option. I'm not sure. YouTube seems to change these things, so just have a look and see. Our next stop's going to be Red Rock, which is up near Coffs Harbour. We're going to go do the Big Banana and see some sights up there. So if you're interested in those updates, make sure like, subscribe, share the video. I'm Josh.
I'm T.
And we're the kids.
And the dogs are in the back too.
Where's one puppy?
And we've got a Jeep.
We got a Jeep.
There's another Jeep coming the
There
other
he
way. And this has been J&T's Journey. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Hoover.